Hello, everyone. Chase Snyder alongside Gavin Moritz here from the Texan Live Studios in Humble. And welcome to the Texan Live Recruiting Special. Today we'll be joined by a special guest, Nick Harris from 247Sports. Nick, how have you been holding up during this entire thing?
It's been all right. Been able to continue to get some work done. So that's been great. And the recruiting trail has been pretty active recently. So I can't complain at all.
All right, let's just get right into it. Today, myself, Gavin Moritz, and you will be talking about the top recruits in the state of Texas. We're going to talk about the skill position players today, and we'll start with Quinn Ewers from the South Lake Carroll Dragons. Take a look at some of our exclusive TexanLive.com highlights from the Dragon Star signal caller. Near side, Monero holds.
Ewers back to pass. Looking, got a receiver up in the corner, and it. Side, Ewers looking. He's looking up the middle. He's going to go up there. He's got a receiver wide open. Caught. 4th and 11. Ewers looking up the middle. Looking for protection. Breaks down up the middle. Scott Smith at the 5. Ewers again looking into the end zone. He's going to be pressured just off his back foot again. Caught. Touchdown. 2nd and 15. He's going to call his own number to the right side. He's got some red room at the 20 to the 25. Tripped up.
Ewers with time. Fires. Monero open. He's got the first down. Monero makes a move, and it's a one-possession game. Touchdown, South Lake Carroll.
Pick up. Now it's going to be the running back. Now it's going to be Ewers skipping over here on the left side. Steve Hart's his way to the 10, to the 5, to the pylon. Touchdown, Dragons.
Over the middle, got his man wide open. Wills Meyer, off and running. One man to beat, down the sideline. He will beat him. Touchdown, South Lake Carroll. For Owen Allen, 2nd down and 3. Ewers under pressure, off his back foot, looking for Boyd, makes the catch. Brady Boyd is in for the South Lake Carroll touchdown.
Ewers looking to throw, he's going to loft it over here to the right side. Smith again with the catch. Touch.
1st and 10 from the 33. Ewers off his back foot. Has Wills Meyer open. Touchdown, South Lake Carroll. Perfect throw and catch.
Straight drop back looking to his left. He's going to loft it into the end zone. Caught.
Ewers floats it. End zone. Caught. Blake Smith. Touchdown. South Lake. Ewers pumps right. Fires it. Touchdown, South Lake Carroll.
Ewers, according to 247Sports, is a 4-star pro-style quarterback who's listed at 6'3", 195 pounds. Quinn is also the current number 2 overall player in the entire country regardless of position, and the number 1 player in Texas for his respective graduating class of 2022. Although uncommitted, Ewers holds 27 offers, including Alabama, Oklahoma, Ohio State, and Texas. Nick, what are your thoughts?
Ewers has a rare ability to change a game at a sophomore level. In some ways, he had a better sophomore year than Kyler Murray did his sophomore season. Kyler just had kind of more guys around him, and he was able to lead them to a state championship against Houston Lamar. I believe it was in 2012. But Quinn Ewers, again, he has that rare ability at such a young age to be able to change a game with his arm or with his legs. The first time I saw him was against Denton Geyer during the season. And in the first quarter, Denton Geyer had their way with the South Lake offense. And then Quinn made some plays on his feet, and I think he had 3 rushing touchdowns in that game and over 100 rushing yards. And at that time, I didn't know he could use his legs, so that completely blew me off guard. And coming down into the playoffs, even against Duncanville, they were never really out until probably the last 2 minutes. He's a dude that I think can win a state championship before it's all done and bring a ring back to South Lake.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. You and I were at the Duncanville game. They were down by 3 possessions, and it never felt like they were out of the game until Smith took it to the house on the last main play from the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking at his college offers and looking at where he's considering, I mean, pretty much every offer that he has right now is a committable offer. And when you have something like that, it's pretty special. But he's a Texas legacy. The Texas has been the favorite to start off, but Oklahoma and their pedigree with quarterbacks in the last 5 to 10 years with Lincoln Riley, it's definitely not something to look over. I could definitely see him being a Sooner just as easy as I could see him being a Longhorn.
Next up, we've got Landon King, the tight end and wide receiver from the Atascocita Eagles. Let's take a look at our highlight reel from the local playmaker, Landon King.
4 receivers out wide. Matthews looking to throw on 2nd and 7. Matthews stepping up in the pocket, throws over the middle, pass is caught. Landon King inside the 5, reaching for the end zone. He got it. Touchdown Atascocita. Half, it's 1st and goal Atascocita from the Pasadena 10. Matthews drops back looking to throw. Goes to the end zone, has been wide open, and it's caught for the touchdown by Landon King.
Great catch there by King. Just some
Region 3, 14 remaining after today. Another touchdown for Atascocita. Just walking in the end zone is Landon King as they extend this lead. They've reached 45.
Pistol set. Motion the up back to the left side. 2 receivers to the right. Matthews, play fake looking to throw. Throws end zone. Pass is going to be caught. Touchdown Eagles.
motion. It's King. And a quick pass to the right side across the 50-yard line. Goes Landon King and Mayde.
1st and 10 from the Dobie 40. Bunch trips to the left, 1 receiver up top to the right. Matthews drops back looking to throw.
On play action, he finds a wide open Landon King at the North Shore 45, and he will stride down the right hash mark for the Eagle touchdown, no flags. 66 yards, and the Eagle.
King, a 3-star tight end, listed at 6'5", 210 pounds. He's the 26th tight end in the country, number 1, though, in the state of Texas for the class of 2021. King recently on April 26th committed to the University of Texas. Gavin, we'll start with you. As someone who went to Atascocita and covers them rather often, as you could hear on the highlight reel, what's your take on Landon King?
Well, the thing with Landon King is he's listed as a tight end in all the major recruiting catalogs and all the major recruiting websites, but he plays wide receiver, he plays in the slot for Atascocita. Atascocita with Coach Stump, they don't run a tight end system. They typically run a spread with 4 receivers and 1 running back. But he does play tight end in their goal line packages, so I can see why they're recruiting him as a tight end, especially with his size, 6'5", 210. He's not built like a typical wide receiver. He's got the tight end build, and we see him in some of the opening, the highlight drills and stuff where he goes up and makes, the ridiculous catches that we've seen on the internet, and I think he'll do well at the next level.
Well, I think they want to put some weight on him at the University of Texas. Tall and lanky, but man, is he talented. Nick, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, he has that elite pass catching ability that's really rare to find for someone of Landon's size. But also in drills and camps, he can put 3 fingers down and block for running situations on goal line situations. He's a guy that I think can really get it done at the tight end position and go into the next level at UT with a tight end coach like Jay Boulware, who has he's coached for guys like Mark Andrews and Grant Calcaterra at Oklahoma. Now coming over to Texas, I think Landon will really thrive in that Texas system under a new offensive coordinator, Mike Yursich. I'm excited to see what he can do along with some of these other offensive commits for Texas, such as Jalen Miller. And hopefully the Texas class will be able to build some pretty solid offensive prospects around him as well.
Next up, we've got L.J. Johnson from the Cy-Fair Bobcats. Before we discuss Mr. Johnson, here are some highlights from the Bobcats tailback.
Handoff, Johnson. Still shedding blockers, trying to get outside. Johnson will be gone. This time from 47 yards out, L.J. Johnson. Let's see what he can do right here. He will start out of the shotgun, handoff L.J. Johnson. And Johnson has a hole. Johnson's along the sidelines, and that will be touchdown number 23 on the year. This time from 53 yards out.
Craven's under center, hands this one off to Johnson. Johnson breaks the tackle. Out across the 30 he goes, out across the 40, across midfield. It's a foot race inside the 30, the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown! L.J. Johnson, 90 yards, taking it to the house with a statement.
Jackson Crest, hand off to Crest. Steps outside, breaks the daylight, 50, 40, see you later. 1 play, 77 yards.
Ravens in the shotgun, hands off to Johnson, and Johnson is on a foot race, and he is not going to be caught. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Bobcats.
Right, the give's going to go to LJ off left tackle. Big hole, the 40, the 45, 50. Nobody's going to catch him. The 30, the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Look at that. Touchdown, Johnson. What a play, one score. Touchdown for the Bobcats. They extend their lead.
Drops back, looks, throws over the middle, caught complete. Breaks inside the 40, down across the 30, inside the 20, gone! Touchdown for the Bobcats!
Handoff, LJ Johnson, big hole. And see you some other time because he's going 40 yards again. Touchdown, Cy Fair. Handoff, LJ Johnson following his blockers. Johnson will take it into the end zone from 39 yards out. Touchdown, Bobcats. Handoff, Johnson. Trying to get outside, turning on the speed, and he's got one man to beat, and he will beat him goodbye. This time, 62 yards.
According to 247, LJ is a 4-star running back who is listed at 5'10", 204 pounds. Johnson is the number 3 running back in the nation, number 1 in Texas. LJ Johnson is currently uncommitted as a member of the 2021 class, but holds offers from 39 collegiate programs, including Georgia, Texas A&M, LSU, Oklahoma, and Stanford. Nick, your thoughts on LJ Johnson?
Yeah, LJ, he has that power back type build, but he has the speed of some of the elite running backs in the country. And I think that's what makes him a top 30 prospect in the entire country, regardless of position. And him and Kamar Wheaton will definitely duke it out for who can prevail as the state's best running back in their senior years. But as you saw in the highlights right there, I mean, if you give him just a slightly big hole, he's taking it to the house. And a kid with 3,000 yards in his first 2 seasons, I'm really excited to see what he can do in his senior year.
All right, next up, Texas high school football legend going into his senior season, Demetrius Davis from North Shore.
Here's Davis looking downfield, got a man wide open, underthrows him, and I think that was intercepted. No, he catches it. I don't know how he got through that.
He launches one down the sideline. What a catch! Touchdown! Ismail Fuller.
Banks comes in motion at the bottom. Davis stepping up, tucking and running. He's got a first down and more, cutting it back left. He's inside the 20. Demetrius Davis is in for the first time tonight on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, you talk about Davis, you talk about how fast.
The 37. Davis cuts inside. Davis across the 30. He's got everyone open, and he's going to run right on in for the touchdown.
37-yard touchdown run for Davis.
He said backfield for Davis out of the shotgun, left hash mark 30-yard line. Davis takes the snap, steps up, pumps left, will run left, down the sideline 20, cuts it back right to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, North Shore. They strike first with 8:50 to play in the opening quarter.
Pitch, no, quarterback keep, first down and more. Davis to the goal line, touchdown.
Davis out of the shotgun. On the keeper and the fake. Dancing across the 10 to the outside. He will waltz into the end zone for another Mustang touchdown.
Play fake, pump fake, going end zone, near side, caught! Touchdown!
With 4 receivers employed. North Shore now moving right to left. Davis steps up, and he'll launch one up top into single coverage, and it is caught by Batiste for the touchdown!
Stopping them, but I think the focus needs to shift to Davis now.
Off the play fake, Davis right up the middle to the 20. Down the sideline, touchdown!
The tie. Here's Davis, got a man down the middle. Got a man open, 15, down to the 10. John Gentry. Touchdown for Gentry. Davis from the 32. Davis going wide open, it's caught.
Coach, pump fake Davis to the outside. He'll get across the 35, motor over the 40 into Eagle territory. Striding outside the numbers. Demetrius Davis, 15, 10, 5, touchdown!
Davis, a 4-star dual-threat quarterback who is listed at 6 foot, 190 pounds. As seen on 247 Sports, he is the 6th rated quarterback in the country, 15th overall player in the state of Texas. Demetrius, class of 2021, currently committed to Virginia Tech. I've called plenty of North Shore games. Nick, you take it away.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to kind of talk about how he projects at the next level. And going to Virginia Tech, he's very reminiscent of an old Hokie, Michael Vick. And that's not a light statement. He can get it done on his feet. He can get it done through the air. And something that's really, really impressive about him is his field vision. He can cut field. He can shift really nicely. And you saw in some of those read options and some of the speed options, those quick little pitch fakes, and they can bite just about anybody in the state. And 2 state championship rings already on his hand. I'm excited to see what he can do to get a third this year.
Next up, we've got Cody Jackson from the Foster Falcons. We'll take a look at some of the highlights from Mr. Jackson.
Good snap, fake again. Ball in the right seam. Cody breaks a tackle, and see you later.
Down the side to them. Stubblefield drops back to pass, pressure coming. Still alive, he's just going to throw it up, and it's caught by Jackson. 50, 40, Jackson might score here. 20, 10, see you some other time. Cody Jackson, 63 yards, or excuse me, 73 yards.
Stubblefield takes the snap, play fake looking to throw. Airs it out left side for Jackson, and it is caught. Touchdown Foster.
Great ones. Play action. Fires it over the middle. Oh, one-handed catch. Jackson again. Oh, boy. Whoa. That man is something special.
Against the Tigers, only their second. Play action. Stubblefield going deep for Jackson. Got it. Over the shoulder. Touchdown Falcons. 61 yards. And that's how you do it. Jackson's first catch of this.
High snap. Gets into Cody Jackson, his first catch of the night. Jackson making a big play. Cody Jackson will take it to the house. Touchdown Foster.
4 from the 43. Stubblefield in the gun. 4 receiver set. 2 to either side. He'll take the snap. Low snap looking to throw. Under pressure. Stubblefield gets out of a sack. Throws it. Pass is going to be hauled in. Cody Jackson inside the 20. 15. 10-5. Touchdown Foster. Off coverage to the outside. Stubblefield looking to throw. Airs it out down the field for Jackson. Pass is caught over the shoulder. Touchdown Foster.
Cody Jackson, class of 2021. He's a 4-star wideout listed at 6 foot, 175 pounds, the number 6 wide receiver in America, and the number 8 player overall in Texas. Jackson is a hard commit to the Oklahoma Sooners. And Nick, your thoughts on the Foster Falcons wide receiver?
Yeah, I really like Cody Jackson. I saw him a couple of times last year, and every time I see him, he's making some kind of play that changes the game drastically, and that it seems to happen per half. He has one of those plays per half. He has great concentration on the one-on-one balls, and he has a 75-inch wingspan, so he still has a lot of room to fill in. I'm excited to see what he can do at the next level and being able to fill out into his frame and really turn into a monster, and then hopefully follow in the footsteps of former Foster Falcon, CeeDee Lamb, who also went to OU.
And I actually had a chance to catch up with Cody Jackson recently, and we'll kick it to that right now. Standing by with Foster Falcons wide receiver Cody Jackson. Cody, how have you been doing during these tough times?
I've been doing good, just trying to stay focused and keep my athleticism up, get better.
So how have you been staying in shape during all of this?
Me and my family, we'll go work out like at the fields. We'll go catch a little, do routes, and just trying to get better.
All right, so I'm going to ask you some questions about your Foster team. Coming off a good season last year where you guys won 2 playoff games and then fell to Shadow Creek, what do the Foster Falcons need to do in 2020 to get over that hump?
Well, we just need to prepare better for like the tough situations that we had. And we're going to be losing a lot of big players, but I feel like the younger players can come in and fill the shoes that the big players have.
So you mentioned that you guys are going to be losing some players. And now that your quarterback, Ryan Stubblefield, is off to East Carolina, how will you guys handle that loss moving forward at the quarterback position?
Well, we've just been working with the quarterbacks a lot, going out, run routes with them, trying to just build chemistry with them. And I hope that they're prepared for the big league.
All right, so Cody, you're committed to Oklahoma. So what was it that attracted you to OU?
really Coach Riley and Coach Simmons, they really was on me hard from the start. And then when we went up there to visit, they just made my family feel welcome.
All right, Cody. So final question I have to ask. Former fellow Foster wide receiver CeeDee Lamb went to Foster, went to Oklahoma, was just drafted in the first round by the Dallas Cowboys. Is that any motivation for you seeing him go the route that you're planning to go and then to the pros?
Oh, yeah, that's a big motivation for me. That's who I look up to, and I'm trying to get my game after his.
So you have a good relationship with CeeDee?
Yes, sir. A good relationship.
All right, well, thank you, Cody. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Next up, Kaden Meredith from the Longview Lobos. Let's take a look at Meredith.
King. Option play, pitch out to Meredith. Meredith across the 10, across the 5, and he'll walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Longview.
I formation, no receivers out wide. First and goal from the 1. King. Handoff. Meredith towards the goal line. He'll say he got across. Touchdown.
Side. King hands it off. Meredith bouncing around the right end. Meredith has running room. He's across midfield into Temple territory. Still going inside the 30. He's got one man to beat inside the 10, inside the 5. Touchdown, Longview. Left, I formation for King. Handoff. Meredith busting through the seat.
King looking to throw. It'll be a draw play on the run is Meredith. Meredith inside the 20 to the 15, still going inside the 10, and it'll be knocked out of bounds near the 5-yard line.
Two receivers and a wingback to the left. King drops back looking to throw. Firing over the middle, pass is caught by Meredith inside the 30-yard line, and he's slung down inside the 20. 4 receiver set, 2 to either side. King takes a snap looking to throw. Fires right side, pass is caught at midfield. Meredith on
a 2021 tailback from East Texas. Meredith is a 3-star recruit listed at 5'9.5", 179 pounds, the number 46 running back in the country. Kaden Meredith is also the number 118 player in Texas. Meredith has recently committed to UT San Antonio over Kansas, Hawaii, and others. Nick, your thoughts on the Longview Lobos running back?
I really like Kaden Meredith. I thought he was a perfect complement to King in the last 2 years, and especially during their state championship run. I'm excited to see what he can do now that the quarterback situation is kind of changing up. You know, does he get more of the offensive handle for the Lobos in 2020? But he's an absolute steal for UTSA. Kurt Traylor, new coach Kurt Traylor, is doing work on the recruiting trail. He was able to pull 3 guys from the East Texas area in the span of 4 days, and he ended up getting 9 commits between April 17th and April 21st for the Roadrunners. And almost all of these guys are guys that are just super underlooked in the state, super underrated, and they're going to do great work for the Roadrunners. I'm really excited to see what Traylor can do for that program over the course of the next 3 to 4 years.
And recently, Gavin had a chance to catch up with Kaden Meredith.
Standing by with Longview Lobo running back Kaden Meredith. Kaden, how have you been holding up during these uncertain times?
Man, really I just been trying to do what I can do. With the weight room being closed, a lot of parks and fields being closed, just trying to get in where I can. I work pretty much every day. So just trying to stay busy. I'm doing anything I can do to, just get through this, and try not to be negative, So that's about it, really, just going to work, working out, and at the house pretty much every day.
Now, speaking of working out, how has Coach King been keeping you guys in shape both physically and mentally throughout all this?
Okay, so Coach Cade, our strength coach at Longview, he's been pretty good about sending us at home workouts for guys that don't have the weights, with sprint workouts, push-up workouts, just stuff like that. He got us all in the app, the Sports U app, something like that, Sports Thread app, and he keeps us updated every day with what's going on, if anything's changing, sending us new workouts, just things to do around the house. So we haven't really missed a beat, I don't think. Most days people will check in, just to make sure everybody's staying on top of what they need to be doing. So stuff like that.
All right, Kaden. So in 2018, as a program, you guys won the state championship. You guys beat Westbrook at AT&T. Then last year, you guys losing the second round to Dallas Jesuit. What do you guys need to do as a program in 2020 to get back to Arlington?
Man, we just got to finish. Honestly, I feel like we got to the point where we thought we couldn't be beat, and as very cancerous as a team. I don't think we humbled ourselves as much as we should have. And just coming into next year, it's like a chip on our shoulder. Just knowing that we should have beat them, and we didn't. That we just didn't get the job done. Just coming in, we just know that we got to finish. And just get better as a team. Get better with each other. Build that chemistry. We had a lot of guys that graduated, so it's just it's a new team, it's a new year. Hopefully, we can, not like let last year define us, but like let that kind of like motivate us, be a better team.
So you mentioned graduation. One of your graduating players from this past year is your quarterback, Haynes King. He's headed to College Station to play for the Aggies. And how will you guys handle the loss of Haynes King?
I played with Haynes since I was like in 5th grade. So it hurt playing that last game with Haynes, and going out like we did, but thing about Longview is, we always got guys coming up. We had a kid move in. He was a freshman this year, but he'll be a sophomore next year, who I think is going to play for us. Landon Grant. We've gotten pretty close over this last year, and I'm confident in him. He's got good size. He's smart. So I'm putting my faith in him now. It's ain't much you can do about it. Just move on. So, but it's always love for Haynes. I've known Haynes since I was like 10 years old. So he's definitely my boy.
All right, so a few weeks ago you committed to UTSA. So tell me, what was it about the Roadrunners program that brought you and attracted you to San Antonio?
Man, just the whole coaching staff, man. Like from day one, when they offered me in January, it's been nothing but love. We talk dang near every day. So and then with Coach Traylor, Coach Griffin, both the Coach Traylors, Coach Perry, and they're all from East Texas. That's just it's East Texas. It's just different out here. So them being able to relate and talk to me about the like this, I don't know, just make me feel at home, and like I know going there, and after talking with Coach King about Coach Traylor and Coach Perry and Coach Griffin, he just assured me that I'd be in good hands, and like I'd be like from day one, and like he assured me that the coaches wouldn't do me wrong, and I'd be treated as like, I don't know. I just felt very comfortable with them, and I'm still comfortable with my decision. So, it's just I like where I'm at, and I'm ready to get down there.
All right, so final question. You guys have a tough and interesting schedule coming up in 2020 with matchups against teams like Temple, Highland Park, and John Tyler. Is there any game that you're particularly looking forward to in 2020?
Man, the Highland Park game, man. Highland Park game. That's gonna be our homecoming game. So they gotta come here and play us. And, playing along with it's a different environment. I don't think a lot of people people read about it, but I don't think people can really prepare for it until you're there. And then with Highland Park being such like a great program, winning so many state championships, and just their coach, and it's just like, I don't know, it's just one of them games where you like I start shaking thinking about it, so I don't know, definitely Highland Park. Temple would be a good one too, with it being at AT&T, but Highland Park is definitely top of the list.
Yeah, I think we're looking forward to both those matchups. And Kaden, we want to thank you for joining us, and best of luck.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Next up, we have the star quarterback for the Shadow Creek Sharks coming off a state championship victory over Denton Ryan, Chiron Drones. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this previous season.
Help side. Here's Drones. Quarterback draw up the middle to the 10, to the 5, and touchdown! Chiron Drones!
from the 35. It's 1st and 10. Ball far hash. Play fake. Throw right. Nice catch midfield. Breaking loose. 30, 20, 10, 5. End zone. Touchdown. CJ Guidry.
5. Drones in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Drones takes a snap, looking to throw. Pump fake. Throws it down the sideline. Pass is going to be hauled in inside the 15. 10-5. Touchdown, Shadow Creek.
31 remains in the half. Drones out of the gun. Play fake. Airing it out over the middle. It's caught. What a grab that time. And he's loose, and he's gone. Up 21-0. Drones, plenty of time. Still with it. Throwing Masters, caught near sideline 30, to the 20, to the 15, 10, 5. Masters in for the touchdown.
Right here for Chiron Drones. Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He lets it fly. Right side. He's got a man. It is caught. And it's a touchdown. What a
A 6'2", 195-pound, 3-star quarterback, Drones is part of next year's 2021 senior class. The number 12 quarterback in the country, Drones is also the number 49 player in the state of Texas, and on Wednesday, April 29th, just recently, Drones committed to Baylor over Auburn, Ole Miss, and others. And Chase, your thoughts on Chiron Drones?
I love Chiron Drones, one of the best dual-threat quarterbacks I've seen this season. I thought he was just as good as Demetrius Davis, and he got better as the season went on. Can't wait to see what he does in his senior campaign. Nick?
Yeah, I like what you said when you said he got better as the year went on. I saw him against Fort Bend Hightower. I believe it was in week 6 or 7, and I was going to see Shadow Creek's defense, and I came away super impressed with the play of Chiron Drones. And I went home and I was like, who is this kid? And I went back and I watched his film, and he's definitely one of the best quarterbacks in the state without a doubt. And then seeing him come all the way to the state championship, and he was a completely different player in the state championship as compared to what I saw him against Fort Bend Hightower, and that's in a great way. He had 64 touchdowns in his junior year. It's a pretty solid number, guys.
Pretty solid indeed. He's going to be a fantastic player in this upcoming season. Number 12 quarterback in the country, like you said. Coming up, we now have Jojo Earl from the Aledo Bobcats.
Keeps it running to the right. Bishop throws, end zone, caught. 2-point conversion is good. On the completion to Jojo Earl.
Need him to have a big night. Swing it out. Earl tries to get a block, slips through a tackle, goes inside the 20, down the sideline, and he is in.
Block there. You'll see it right here. Watch this block after the catch. Wait for it. There it is, right there. Great block, and just gets run out of bounds before he goes.
2nd and 10. Back to the ground game. Cut back inside. Not a ton of running room. So he gets down. Great catch inside the 15. Once again, run pass option on the outside. On 1st down. Stops, he throws back the other side. And here's Jojo Earl to the 40 before he gets out of bounds. Bounce for the Bearcats. They roll the pocket to the right. Great catch there. Jojo again.
Handoff, reverse play. On the carry to the near side is Jojo Earl across the 25. Earl hits the sideline. He's dragged down inside the 15 to the 13.
Then 11. Bishop, nowhere to go with the ball. Now he's going to throw it up for grabs. What a great catch made at the 1. Spins off the tackle. Early in for the touchdown.
Bishop takes a snap, pumps, has a man wide open. Jojo Earl reels it in inside the 15. Touchdown, Aledo.
Jojo Earl from the Aledo Bearcats. I've said Bobcats too many times. Listed at 5'9", 170 pounds. Earl is a 4-star 2021 wide receiver. Number 8 receiver on 247 Sports. 10th overall player in the state. Earl just recently committed to the national champion LSU Tigers. Nick, you've seen more Alito than anybody. What are your thoughts?
While Jojo may not have the adequate height for the receiver position, you throw him in at slot and he has the speed to make up for it. You give him about 5 yards of separation from the safety coming around on top, and he's blown right by the entire defense through all three levels. He's a kid that can get it done at receiver. He can get it done in the backfield for Alito, and this year he's going to be playing quarterback. He's the starting quarterback for the Bearcats in 2020. I'm really excited to see how much run they implement in their offense and see how creative they get with him at quarterback, because I really think that can be a game changer, and it's going to be one of the more unique things we see in the state, and definitely one of the more unique Alito teams we've seen out of Tim Buchanan in his time coaching there.
Talk about dual threat. It's going to be a new offensive style we haven't seen in a long time, coming off Jace McClellan.
Yeah, almost a triple threat, because he can get it done at running back as well, wide receiver, quarterback. You throw him anywhere, he could probably do it. Throw him at left tackle. Let's see what happens.
Why not? Jalen Miller from the Katy Tompkins Falcons is next up. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the previous season.
Milrow looking for more. Now he's going to escape. He's under pressure. Breaks a tackle, steps to another, still on his feet at midfield. He's got the edge, and see you later. 57 yards.
2nd and 6. Milrow, deep, wide open, caught, touchdown, Tompkins.
40-yard line. Power pistol formation, play action. Man is wide open. Muhammad busts free. He makes the easy catch, and he walks into the end zone. It's a 60-yard touchdown. That might be Blouse's, good folks. 30-12.
Milrow, sweep, nope, play action, fires it in the end zone, he's looking for Munoz, and what a catch! Touchdown!
Milrow's going to take the snap. He's going to try across the right side. Touchdown, Falcons! Ball game, Falcons!
Two receivers to his right, R.J. Smith to his right. Milrow, play fake, rolling to his right, looking to throw. Milrow throws end zone pass is on the catch was Gabe Atkin.
Milrow, sweep, nope, play action, fires it in the end zone, he's looking for Munoz, and what a catch! Touchdown! Tompkins.
Receiver on the right side is flanked tight to the line. He's going to drag across the middle. Milrow has plenty of time, firing downfield for Muhammad, and it is caught! Touchdown, Tompkins!
Garrett in there. They fake the sweep to shoulders. They're going to throw back to Garrett. He's got a convoy in front, and see you later. No flags.
Now, Milrow's looking to throw. He's going to throw it out here to the right side. That's Muhammad with the catch. Muhammad's going to get the first down, and he's up the sideline. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Falcons!
Listed at 6'1.5", 192 pounds, Milrow is a current junior and 4-star recruit from Katy Tompkins. He is the number 5 quarterback in the country, and on 247 Sports, the number 14 player in Texas. Milrow has been committed to the University of Texas since July of 2019. And Nick, as someone who covers the Longhorns pretty frequently, your take on Jalen Milrow?
Yeah, he's one of the more solid Texas recruits that we've seen in recent years, as far as, being committed and not wavering from that. But possibly the most impressive trait about Milrow is how solid he is between the ears. He's a great kid, and when you translate that onto the field, he makes the game his pace. It's not necessarily the fastest pace in the state with guys like, Demetrius Davis and how quick they are, but he can still get it done, and he makes the game his pace, however slow he wants to make it. He can get around defenders, and he has great field vision, and he can throw it over the top of most defenses in the state as well. In his senior year, he is losing a lot of offensive help from last year's team that made it, I believe, 3 or 4 rounds deep. So I'm really curious to see how he can manage this team on his own and lead them right back to where they were, or even further.
You kind of touched on it. They're losing big-time running back R.J. Smith, and we kind of discussed that with him in this upcoming interview I did with him yesterday. We now welcome on Tompkins quarterback Jalen Milrow, committed to the University of Texas, the quarterback for the 2021 class. Jalen, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Doing just fine, man. So how are you doing during these difficult times, and how are you still staying in shape?
So I'm managing it well. Right now, we're all in Zoom meetings as far as the football team. We're still staying mentally locked in for the season that we had for next year. Right now we're on Zoom calls talking over as an offense, and then as far as the captains of the football team, we're sitting in meetings and still staying locked in.
You're entering your third year as a starter. You're entering your senior year. Does it feel like it's been that long?
It has, but I'm enjoying every year that I have at Tompkins.
You know, you're coming off an appearance in round 3, losing to Atascocita. What do you guys need to do in order to make it back to that point and possibly beyond?
We're taking it one week at a time. We're taking it. We're practicing hard each and every week, getting 1% better as a football team. Then we'll worry about getting to the playoffs.
How are you guys planning to dethrone Katy this upcoming season after losing 35-30? You guys came close last year. You guys made a big comeback, late push, just came up short.
So it takes mentally and then physically. We have to get in the weight room, and we also need to get in the film room just to talk it over as a offense and defensively, coming together as one unit. And because they're a great football team, and we proved that we were a great football team as well. So we're just going to take the practice on the field and also film room, and just making the little adjustments, and then see where it goes when we play them.
Well, now it's always tough losing seniors, but it's especially tough losing your star running back in R.J. Smith. How are you guys planning to take care of that?
R.J. was a big contributor to our offense. I'm going to miss him next year. He's going to do great things on the road that he has at HBU. We built a great chemistry we had since my sophomore year till his senior year. I enjoyed all the time I had with RJ. As far as the program, as far as the running backs coming up, we're going to be really talented, loaded for next year. We have some guys that are going to be seniors next year as far as taking the running back spot, and I'm looking forward to it.
Now, before you became starting quarterback and before, of course, R.J. Smith, you were talking about the program. In the previous 2 seasons, you guys were 0-15, and then you guys went on one heck of a streak, one of the biggest turnarounds in Texas high school football. How did the culture change?
Okay. I believe that mentally we became stronger as one whole unit. There were no individuals. It came from chemistry as a whole. We spent time together outside of football, cooking for each other, working out together. Spending time together was a big thing, because knowing the guy next to you, you're able to trust them and believe what we're coaching on as far as the offense. I believe that as far as the receiving core and running back core, we were all on the same length, and we practice hard each and every day as far as a unit. We sit in the film room together, working it, and trying to get 1% better each and every day.
Now let's move on to the next level. Of course, we just talked about you committing to the University of Texas. You have a nice UT hat on there. Why did you choose University of Texas, and why did you elect to play for Tom Herman?
So academically first, I want to major in business, and Texas has a great business program at the University of Texas. I know that life after football is going to happen, and I know that getting my degree from Texas is a great opportunity in life as far as getting that degree. As far as the football wise, I believe that Texas made it seem I was a priority for them on and off the field, and I felt that the offense that was ran at Texas, I believe I'm able to run it well and step in, and I believe that the program is developing and it's a great fit for me.
And you guys got a few big commits this past week, including Atascocita tight end Landon King.
Yep.
You now jump into the top 10 for the class of 2021. How do you feel about the class of 21 class?
I'm loving it so far. We have a great chemistry right now. We all talking as one. We all don't live in the same city, but it seems like we're building that relationship like we've known each other for multiple years. But I'm enjoying talking to those guys. I'm looking forward to being in Burnt Orange with them.
Jalen, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Good luck this season. Can't wait to call more Tompkins football games. And it's going to be a lot of fun this upcoming 2020 season. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Last but not least, we are talking about Denton Ryan athlete Jatavian Sanders, coming up short in the state championship game last season. He is primed for a great senior campaign. Let's take a look.
3rd and long. They're going deep for Jatavian Sanders. Sanders makes a sliding catch at the 20. How about that?
What a throw by Hennigan. He's got single coverage outside. You got one of your playmakers. Take a shot. What's the harm? Look at this thing just drop out of the sky. A one-handed catch on the sideline. You cannot defend it any better than Dylan McKinney did on that play. Just better throw by the quarterback to the receiver. Hennigan fires over the middle. Catch is made. Jatavian Sanders turns the corner. 1st down and more. And tackled down inside the 20.
Now on 1st down, back to Ash. Not this time, though. Nothing doing. That's Jatavian Sanders. Big talented defensive end who lurks at about 6'5", 220.
Ranger defense needs a stop. Loading up. Deep shot down the sidelines. Got Sanders. He caught it. He caught it inside the 2. What an amazing display of body control there by Jatavian Sanders as he somehow plucks this one away from the great defense played on the outside.
Seth Hennigan, shotgun, claps his hands, takes the snap, stepping up, launching it far side of the end zone. Touchdown! Denton Ryan. Jatavian Sanders leaps, makes the catch in the far left corner of the end zone, right over Chancellor Byers, and it's a one-possession game with 1:14 to play in regular.
Officially listed at 6'3.5", 220 pounds, Sanders is a class of 2021 recruit out of Denton. Sanders is the #1 athlete in the country and Texas's #3 overall player in the state. Sanders has been committed to Texas since September of 2019. Chase, Jatavian Sanders.
I mean, you saw it on the highlights. Big physical target, a dynamic athlete. Nick, one of the best players I saw last season.
Yeah, Texas really hit a home run right here. He committed during his visit to the LSU game back in September. He was on the field right before the game, and there's a picture of him going up to Tom Herman and telling him that, Austin's home, this is where it's going to be. And I don't think Texas even realized how much of a home run they hit in that moment. The offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball in Austin are really going to be fighting for him in his first semester to get him to get on either side of the ball. I think on offense he projects as, more of the tight end type, but, with the class already Landon King and possibly and already Juan Davis as well, and possibly another tight end to add to that. I see Jatavian Sanders as a tight end or rover linebacker at the next level, and with that speed, he can pretty much get it done anywhere on the front seven. He's a kid that's really going to be a monster at Texas and in the Big 12.
Well, we are wrapping up our Texan Live recruiting show #1. Gavin, a lot of great prospects, obviously, in the state of Texas.
And it was really hard to pick just 10 to cover in this week's episode, and I think it'll be interesting to see how these kids play out in the next season or two, and I'm really hoping that we were able to have football this fall and these kids are able to showcase their talents even further.
Nick, you have the final word.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad we were able to touch on skill players first because the running back and the wide receiver depth in the state of Texas here in 2021 is super deep. And I think hopefully if they can get their senior seasons in on time in the fall or at worst case in the spring, we'll be able to see some big numbers and see some other guys like the Kaden Merediths of the world shoot up the rankings and get into the top 247 and whatnot. But again, the skill players here in the state of Texas in 2021, it's a solid crop.
Fingers crossed we'll get this football season in. I want to thank our special guest, Nick Harris, and, of course, Gavin Moritz, our executive producer, Jesse Wolf. I'm Chase Snyder saying so long from the TexanLive.com studios in Humble, Texas.